Hello, hello, hello. Mary Kay Smooth and Tanisha Tight here. How you doing? Well, it's been quite an evening. We finished up boot camp in the daytime, and then I told you I had to go to a dinner for well, it wasn't for, but Pat Perkins, Councilwoman, the Honorable Pat Perkins Auguste out of Elizabeth, Councilwoman at large, by the way, for 30 something years, only female, was honored tonight. And I was one of the speakers that spoke about Pat. And, you know, I had to get dressed. So I decided to come on anyway, and that I would work on the getting my still doing my retinol, but getting undressed. So I'm going to do my makeup removal using Mary Kay. I can't even read it. I need to read you the real name. Mary Kay eye makeup remover. Yes, I have on eye makeup. See, mascara too, and blush and you know what? The real funny thing is, I never really I haven't really had to wear makeup since 2007 when I was working for IBM. Um, Only on special occasions because teachers don't really make themselves up like that. And so I am getting it together, guys. But I want to tell you, the event was so nice. I was the only non politician on the agenda, but they had quite a few other politicians from Elizabeth and outside of Elizabeth. And a shout out goes to one of our board members, Miss Maria Carvalho, is the Democratic chair for Elizabeth. I'm so proud of her. That's such a nice spot. She is a board of education member as well. Okay. Now I used micellar water too. That'll help you get makeup off as well, because I want to get the makeup off. Because let me tell you, don't ever sleep with makeup. It makes your face age 3 times as fast as if you don't wash makeup off at night. Um, so I don't care what you do, how you get it off. Don't go to sleep with makeup on. I don't care how tired or if you're inebriated or whatever. Don't do it. Especially, the elderlies. We can't do it because we already struggle. We're trying to use anti-aging techniques. So, we don't need to do anything that is going to really add to the aging. Okay. So I was the last one to speak before Pat did, and your girl, I held it together. I used to write daddy and sometimes my grandfather's little cards they put in their breast pocket when they were speaking, because I have pretty good handwriting when I focus. Um, and they had the Democratic National Committee on CNN on 5 TVs. Oh my God, when they brought out Maxine Waters, looked magnificent, and she was magnificent. We had her here in Irvington when one of my friends, Mary Rosen, ran for councilwoman in Irvington. with Craig Stanley, who is the nephew of uh, the late great congressman, and his son Junior and Senior. They both have passed away. He was Donald Payne Sr.'s nephew and Junior's cousin. And Mary ran with him. And we had Maxine Waters came into town. Oh God, what a story. She said she would come if we could get someone to play golf with her father. What do you say golf to me? Charlie Johnson, right? So her husband is Sidney Williams, I believe is his name. He was the ambassador for the Bahamas. And I believe he was a professional football player. Well, he came. He acted like he didn't want to play golf because he didn't bring his clubs. And then when he got here, I had already arranged for Daddy and them to take him out. Right. So Daddy, he comes, he don't have no clubs. My father had like 4 sets of clubs and they still in my house. So he picked the pings and he wore the same size shoes. This is my father, size 13. So they had shoes and everything. Right. So I'm thinking, my father was shooting low 70s. I ain't thinking nobody's really beating him like that. So Daddy comes back. He don't really say nothing. So we take Maxine and her husband out to the jazz clubs that night. And so I asked Sidney how it went. He said, Maria, your father, I love him and his friends. They're so wonderful. And your father's pretty good at golf. I said, so what does that mean? He said, I beat him in the first 9 holes and he got me, he beat me in the second 9, but I won. Oh my God, y'all. I had to get Daddy. He said, you did not tell me that man was a ringer. He got 2 golf courses, Maria, in the Bahamas. Oh my God. Your Daddy. They had fun though. Daddy loved him. He invited my father to go to Junkanoo in the Bahamas and to play golf. But Daddy didn't go. My father only went out the country. Him and Mommy both only went out one time. Daddy went to Puerto Rico. And that's really not out of the country. It's just off the American shores. And then Mommy went to St. Croix. Yeah, St. Croix. But yeah, so Daddy got his ass whooped. But he had fun. And that's when we met Maxine Waters and her husband. So I'm going to put on my, the Retinol. And then I'm going to take my butt to bed because I'm tired. But I want to, Hillary's coming on. And I do remind you guys, I know that for all the Republicans in the House, I know that we can't always, I don't wish that we would always have Democrats in the White House. However, this ain't the time to be messing around with Donald Trump, okay? I'll take, we have had some presidents, we have been back and forth, Democrats and Republicans. And, y'all had little George Bush and y'all had Ronald Reagan, and we took that. Please don't do this. Please get your sense. This is not one of those guys. Those guys were trustworthy, and it just ain't time to vote Republican, okay? That man he'll put the American dream on a ventilator. And I'm just saying, it's not the time to mess around. We need people to come out and vote for Kamala, and don't play around, because Donald Trump is not the one. He don't care about none of us. Not you, not me, not anybody but him. Really? They think he care about the rich. He only cares about himself. Because I'm telling you, when they was talking about when the jail time was looking at staring him he was gonna throw. He would have thrown them kids on the ground and put their asses in jail. Please do not mess with Donald Trump, okay, y'all. I know that people there's a two-party system, and I'm okay with that because a one-party system ain't good. But it ain't the time to mess with Donald Trump. He ain't the one. Y'all can find one for the next time. But please do not do this. Do not go to the polls and vote for that Donald Trump. Or you please don't do it. All right, so I'm done, guys. I got one more thing to put. Oh no, I got two things to put on. I got to put on the um. Where is it? Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. And I cried. Tears came out of my face when they rolled Jesse out there. Oh my God. And Mignon Moore, she's the person behind the scenes that's shutting this up and running it. Oh my God. She got that off when she brought my Jesse out there. Tears was coming out of my eyes. I was in the place and I couldn't, y'all. I had to keep on trying to wipe my eye with a tissue, putting it up like it was my no. I was crying because I didn't want them to know that I was crying because of Jesse Jackson. But I Jesse is in Chicago and they doing the thing, and I just civil rights. Civil rights. Jesse was there when Martin Luther King got killed. Alrighty, guys. Good night. I love y'all. Mary K. Smooth.